Got a new project today. Gonna be something I've been wanting to do for a while now since I got the screen in my truck. It came with a backup camera, so I want to get that mounted and wired. For now, I'm going to run the wire, and then later we'll figure out, once you connect it, where the best spot. I kind of want to put it up under here where it's out of sight if I can get a good view, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. So alright, so obviously you're not going to have this if you're doing this in your truck, but I've drilled a hole here. This is underneath this kick panel. There's a plate that goes here, a piece of plastic, and it wraps up around the seat, so it covers this completely. Alright, so I just pulled this plastic off, that off, popped it out of my hole, ran that wire under here, got it up underneath the dash, zip tied nice, and I got it popped out here for now. I'm going to take this out, get it behind there and behind the radio and wire it up later. But for now that we got the top done, I can zip tie it all the way back, and I'll show you that here in a sec. So here's where I'm at with it. So this is my wire. I got to clean this up right here, zip tie the last little bit. I just tested it, but here's where they plug together. That's the camera and the wire that I ran. The red and black goes up there to my tail light, and I ended up just soldering the red wire onto the green of the reverse light. The black, I didn't even need to use it. Then I just ran down the frame rail and zip tied to the loom the best I could, and ran it down the channel all the way up to the front of the truck. And that's pretty much it. I'm gonna zip tie this little bit up here, and then that'll be it for the wire running part, and then I just gotta mount it. So here's the camera right here. I wanted to mount it in this crack, but no matter how low you go with it, the visibility would have been good, but the tailgate, when it folds, would hit it. So I don't want it sticking off right here. I think that's ugly. So I'm gonna go, even though it's a little lower, I'm gonna go and mount it right here underneath the bumper, and you'll see it'll be like, you know, right up in here, kind of something like this. So I lined it up about where I want it, as far back as I could go and still be able to drill the holes. I sharpied it with the bracket and I sharpied the holes, and then I took a small drill bit and drilled through for pilot holes, and then I'm using self-tapping screws just to hold it on. Alright, there we go, all zip tied up. I went ahead and put a little piece of heat shrink over the connector so that way it couldn't come unplugged and to keep dirt and water out. You can wrap some tape around it or whatever you have, or do nothing if that's up to you. Zip tied it up, kept it out of the way, should be good to go. I got it screwed on. I just need to align it and tighten it all down. It has some screws on the side. You can tilt it up and down and side to side by loosening those screws and just twist it a little bit. So I'm gonna get that done. Alright, here's my final placement. It's even got a light on it, which is awesome, I guess, for the dark. So I just threw it in there, and this is how it looks on the inside. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. I'm gonna test it out when I go to park and stuff, but for now I think I have it lined up pretty straight. The lines seem to match up pretty close to where my truck would be, so I dig it.